Welcome to this new video on Git, where I'm going to show you another powerful option of the Git Log command. As you can be used to see, the Git Log command is a simple command to look at the log of your commits. You can have a standard format. You can create alias for a much more compact format. But in the end, the basic version of Git Log is showing you information about your commits. The problem with the standard output is it's human readable but not machine readable. So let's suppose you want to create some sort of utility that use the Git command line tool to issue a Git log, and then you want to examine the result of the log in a program or in a software. You are not going to parse an output like this because you can have all sorts of problems. So you need to have a way to create a format that is machine readable. And here you can use a useful Git log option that is prettyformat. To have a machine readable output, you can use the prettyformat option. And it's a standard option where you use --pretty = format semicolon and then a string enclosed by quote. In this string, you can write all the text you like, and then you can use some standard placeholder like %h, %ae, %ci, etc. And as you can see, I'm trying in this simple command line to have an output that is a JSON output. So I'm go, and as you can see, the output is much more like list of a JSON object, where I can indeed have a much more easier way to parse with a machine. In this example, I'm simply dumping the hash, the full hash of the commit, the author, the email of the author, and then the timestamp of the commit in ISO format. So it is not ambiguous. And that allows me to take this output and then parse with any program to do some sort of kind of common logic. As usual, if you want to have full information about the command, you can go to the gitscm.com and you can look at the output, all the possibility output token for the prettyformat. So you can really have a lot of possibility, and you can look for the information you want, and then you can write and compose your prettyformat string quite easily. Now, let's look at a simple option, a simple program that can use this kind of information to do Git visualization tool in Python. So I've created a sample library. You can find the address in the comment of the video, where I'm issuing git command, git log --all, and I have a lot of information. So I'm dumping a lot of information, and then I'm able to parse the output of the command because it is JSON-like, and I'm going to use to show a graphical representation of my current repository. It is not important to go into greedy detail, but the whole code is capable of issuing a git log prettyformat command, parse the output, and then create an output that is understandable by the Git graph library, and it's a JavaScript library capable of rendering an image of a Git commits based on a base of JSON. So I'm creating a really super simple server with a single API that is responding to a request, and it's monitoring a folder, and it's constantly giving the content of the folder, all the commit, in a format that is understandable by the Git graph.js. Then the page does not anything strange. It is issuing with a timeout, a refresh each second, a call on the server, simply asking for the data. So I have a simple API on the server capable of showing the JSON representation of the commit of a given monitored folder, and this simple page is just refresh each second the data. So I've created a simple Flask application, really simple. It has only a single API called data, and it is simply dumping and giving back all the result of a prettyformat log command, and then parse it and then remanipulate it to be understandable by the JS render library. And I can call it with a simple command Python, the name of the file and the repository I want to watch. And this is a simple repository on my home folder. And once you launch the program, it is telling you that the software is running on this port, and you can start using. If you want to test what is happening, you can simply navigate to the URL that Flask gives to you. And as you can see, this is a simple JSON. It's an array of objects where each object represents a commit. And this kind of information can be manipulated. It can be interpreted by the Git graph.js, and it can render a nice graph just in your browser. And this is thanks to the continuous polling. It is live. So as an example, I'm opening a terminal in the monitored repository. I can issue a git checkout-b feature foo. I'm creating a new branch, and I'm gonna check out immediately. And the result is, as you can see, I'm looking at this commit that is now pointed by master and feature foo. I can echo stuff on readme markdown, so I can commit -am another commit demo. So I'm committing something to the repository in the feature foo branch. As you can see, since this is refreshed each minute, I'm looking at the result in feature foo. So I can go on the master. I can do git checkout-b feature bar, and I can issue another echo, another commit demo on feature bar. And as you can see, the library is gonna render easily all this information for me. And this can be useful for demo or for Git courses where you can, you want to show your audience a graphical representation of the commit of your repository. This is really simple tool. It is not meant to be used in production. It has some sort of glitch, and if you use a too big repository, it can fail. But nevertheless, it is really easy and really nice to create a simple graph representation that you can include in your blog or you can include in your courses. And since it's written in Python, it can work in Windows or in Linux without any problem. So to conclude this video, you need to only remember that if you want to create some tools that is able to programmatically examine the history of a repository and being able to take automation or decision or simple visualization like my simple tool, you can simply use the Git Log command line with the --pretty=format option that allows you to create an output that is machine parsable, so you can easily parse with any language of choice, and you can avoid pitfall doing to manually parse with AWK or other pure text manipulation tool. And that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm waiting you for the next one.